Hi, Next to Change, Vivian here. I just want to talk a little bit about the damage of a narcissist because, there's a lot of talk these days about narcissists, and I've noticed that it kind of started going up, but I feel like it's kind of leveled out now and you don't hear as much about it. But it was really trendy and trending for a while, I'll say maybe a few months back. But I just want to talk about it because I just wanted to say a little bit about it while it's kind of not just such a hot topic. And first, I want to start off by saying a lot of times I hear people talking about narcissists and what they are and what they do. And really, they're not really a narcissist. I mean, there really is an actual, diagnosis, clinical diagnosis as a person with narcissistic personality disorder. But a lot of times when we just see people that might think of themselves a little more highly than they ought to or something like that, we begin to start saying, oh, well, they're a narcissist. Or if it's somebody that just wants to have their way, oh, they're a narcissist. And there really are, basically it's a spectrum. But then, they may not have full-blown narcissism, but they may have some of the traits. And then you have your um, overt narcissist and you have your covert. And so a lot of people, they know the one that seems like they're so conceited or they think they're so this and, above everybody else, or they're just um, overtly in your face. So, but a lot of narcissists aren't really like that. You know, a lot of narcissists excuse me, are really covert narcissists. And those are the ones that are really the most dangerous because, you really don't know what's happening. Usually if you end up with one of those types of narcissists, you're like a frog in a boiling pot. You know the experiment where they say the frog will just die because it never feels that the heating up, and pretty soon the water's boiling and they'll just die. That's kind of how it is with the narcissist, with the covert narcissist. That's the one basically I'm referring to. And those are the ones that will destroy you. They will destroy you. They will destroy everything that you are, and you will be left reeling from it. And, a person that's been with a narcissist like that, it could take them months, sometimes even years to get over it. And it's a process. And what's so bad about it, it can take years before you even realize that's the type of the situation that you're in. So, usually, a narcissist comes to you like a Prince Charming, and, there are names for each of the strategies. Like they might call this part of it love bombing when they're being Prince Charming and they're doing all these things. But with the narcissist, the whole thing about it is that they tear down your self-esteem because they create a lot of doubt. That's one of their biggest weapons, is for you to create doubt about everything, to create doubt about yourself, doubt about your accomplishments, doubt about the way you look, doubt about what you remember, doubt about your intelligence, doubt about the conversation you had with them, doubt about whether or not you saw them, doubt about whether or not what they said is true. You can have a whole full-blown conversation with a narcissist, and the next day they'll say it never happened. They'll say they never said that, and good and full well that they did. Or they'll tell you that you said something and you never said it or you never did it. Narcissists will assign emotional problems to you. Like they'll say that you're severely depressed when you never said you were depressed. I mean, people really do have mental health issues, and that's a serious thing. And if that's something that somebody has, they're not less than. It's just something they have, and it's something that they need to get help for. But the point I'm making is a narcissist will assign these things to you and you don't even have them. They'll say you're crazy. They'll say you're neurotic. They'll say all these things. They might even tell you that, you said that you were, or you remember you have that diagnosis and you don't. So the whole thing is to do, to create doubt. Um, they'll do a lot of things. And, the most thing that I've learned about narcissists is that you're, you're, you're just an object in their life. So a lot of times you might notice with the narcissist, you don't really have a real emotional connection. You'll notice that this person doesn't have empathy. You'll notice that this person can change. They can go from, you know, 0 to 60 in, just like that. You could be talking on the phone and all of a sudden you're in a full-blown argument and you'll get off the phone like, what just happened? And you can't figure it out. And you always feel like your footing is off. You're off balance. You're always trying to catch up. You're always falling back. You're always trying to get momentum. So it's a serious thing, and it takes a while before you really can realize what is happening to you. And you are really an what's the word I'm looking for? You're not an accomplice. You're not complicit in what's happening to you. You are just, you're a victim, that didn't give permission or didn't volunteer or didn't, sometimes people go into things knowing it's a chance, it's a risk, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. But with the narcissist, a lot of times you don't know that the job is dangerous when you take it. You think that you're not, this person is naive. You're naive, and, you're believing the best in people, and the person is really exploiting your empathy and your goodwill, and they take advantage of you. And by the time you figure out what's going on, you're in a trauma bond, or you're just exhausted, or you can't really think straight. So, in the end, really a person that's been with a narcissist, because in the end they discard you, and you're really what you are when you're with a narcissist is that you're collateral damage in somebody else's mess, because it's their mess. They have a messy life. They're messed up. They got their merry-go-round or their Ferris wheel, and they pull you on it, and you're just on it. And really that thing is spinning. By the time you fly off, you're hurt, you're bruised, and you're discarded. And it wasn't really even that they pushed you off. Like I said, you're just collateral damage in their mess, because they destruct and destroy almost everything that they come in contact with. They destroy every relationship and people, and the ones they hurt the most are the ones that love them the most. So that's what I wanted to say about narcissists and narcissism, and I'll probably talk more at greater lengths about narcissistic people and their particular stages, like the love bombing. I'll talk about the flying monkeys. I'll talk about the discard. I'll talk more about the things that they go through and give more particulars and examples. But I just wanted to touch bases on that. I just wanted to just touch that a little bit and, put that out there, because I know that there are still people that are going through it with narcissists. And now, since it's really not such a trendy topic anymore, it doesn't mean that narcissists still don't exist. And it doesn't mean that people aren't still getting destroyed by them. So I'm going to talk more about the signs so you can know right away, so you won't be with a narcissist for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years before you realize what happened, because it really is something. And if you've ever been with a narcissist, a real narcissist, add some comments And let's talk about it a little bit or share a little bit what you know. But I do know that being with a narcissist is very dangerous, and it's one of the most dangerous relationships you can have. All right, next to change. This is Vivian, and stay safe, and I'll see you next time.